Greetings folks, Dan here, and welcome to another edition of Kaiju Showcase. Hey guys, hopefully I picked a good clip to start this, but most of you should already know what I'm going to be doing today. We're going to be taking a look at the 2001 35th anniversary Ultraman and Bemular set. Of course, it was based on the first appearance of both characters off the first episode of the original Ultraman series. This set was released again in 2001 by Bandai and was only available at the 2001 Ultraman Festival. The mold for both, at least for the Ultraman, is listed as 2001, but I want to say that's not correct because I have a list. Through my research, I've found another toy that looks surprisingly similar to this, almost the same pose, same mold, that was released in 2000. There's a standalone Ultraman. It's got the translucent kind of red color to it, and I mean, it could be wrong, it could be slightly different, but that figure was released as a standalone. Then again, this mold I believe was used as a mail-in for Figuro. If you bought their premium magazine dedicated to Ultraman, you could mail in a card and send some money, and you would get a completely like a glow-in-the-dark version of it, which is really sweet. I have that book, but the offer's long expired, or I probably would have mailed in for it already. Bemular, he's nothing special really. If you mold-wise, it's the same mold as if it's the same mold that appeared in the 1994 Ultra Monster series, which was technically the mold showed up in April of 1995, except it's molded in a really nice translucent blue, and it works really well. I don't know, it's probably one of my favorite Bemulars next to the old original one. But I also like the inclusion of the two, their travel forms. They're traveling through space at the beginning of the first episode. That's a nice little touch. And really, if this whole set was priced at 2,000 yen when it first came out, you know, if anybody's got any more information on that, you know, send it my way. But from what I've been told in my research, 2,000 yen, it's not bad for both those toys and all that stuff. And in the special one-off figures, that was only available in really a limited market. Sadly, I'm not going to take the toys out and do little bendable, you know, move their arms and flip them around and stuff. This is the closest to unboxing as it's going to get. I purchased this from Kaiju Nomura. You know, I'm very grateful for him selling this to me and such, you know, the great deal he gave me. But I won't remove him from any further state from this. The twisty ties won't come off. It'll remain in the box. But if you own practically any Ultraman mold, it's going to be the same posability, and Bemular is the same as the original mold he's had since like 1990, or the mold that originally came out for the 94 set, as I mentioned earlier. But it's a really great set. If you can get it, do so, but just be careful because it was so, you know, the limited availability, they'll probably try to gouge you, but more on that a little bit later.
M78 星雲の宇宙人からその命を託された早田隊員、データカプセルで宇宙人に変身した。マッハ5のスピードで空を飛び、強力なエネルギーであらゆる敵を粉砕する不死身。Alright guys, this segment is going to be really short for the history, because if you want to know about Bemular, you can go back and watch one of my earliest Kaiju Showcase episodes. I think it was actually the first episode of Kaiju Showcase when it actually became named that. You can get all your information for Bemular there. Unless you need a little more than Wikipedia is your friend, or if you know any other friends that are into this sort of thing, ask them. And if you want to know about Ultraman, you will not get it from me, because honestly, if you don't know about Ultraman, look up just about any website, Wikipedia, or just go pick up the DVD box sets. They're like 10 bucks. You can get the entire series. They're pretty cheap. They're out there, man. They're not really that hard to find. But no, I'm not going to preach to like my audience, since like 95% of my audience already knows who Ultraman was. They really don't give a shit to hear it for like the 8 millionth time. So again, if you need that information, just browse on the internet, or go back, for Bemular, just go back and watch one of my older videos. Now the last bit is going to be the whole, you know, availability thing.
Obviously, it's not going to be super easy to find. As I said, it was only released, again, this is to my knowledge, was only released at the 2001 Ultraman Festival. It was about 20 bucks. I imagine quite a few people bought it, but you really would have to attend it, and who knows the limited availability it was even there. It's something you're probably going to find. I've never seen it on the internet. In fact, I've known of the thing, and when I was offered, if I was asked if I wanted it, of course I jumped on the opportunity. Mainly because, you know, I'm a big Bemular fan. Not so much for the Ultraman, but it's still nice to have that also. But, I mean, personally, if you find one, I wouldn't pay, I'm just going to take this as a guess because it's a really limited market for this stuff, 20 to 40 bucks. 40, probably even closer to what I would imagine, but I'm sure if somebody got it and knew what it was, they'd try to get a whole hell of a lot more than that out of it. But I wouldn't pay it, I'm sorry. Unless you really, really fucking want it, don't buy it. I mean, it's cool that you get this unique box and, you know, it looks all great, all the pictures on the back and all the extra stuff it comes with, and the somewhat unique Ultraman mold, but don't let anybody swindle you into it. Again, it's really cool, but try to just be just a little more realistic about it before you know, consider buying it. I'm not saying that you guys or any of you are susceptible to that. I'm just words of warning is all. Aside from that, I would totally 100% recommend it if you can find it for a good price, even if you found the individual toys. Mainly for me, I'm a big Kaiju guy, so I would have bought the Bemular individually for like 20 bucks, 20 or 30 dollars. It's way more than it's worth, but it's something I would have wanted. But since I got the whole set, it doesn't fucking matter anymore. But, you know, get it if you can. It's a great toy, and that's all that really needs to be said about it. Sorry this video is so short. It's treading over, you know, certain videos I've already done, you know, with Bemular, so there's not a whole lot of information I can divulge on it. It's kind of a unique piece. I'm not going to say it's like the greatest thing in the world or some super duper rare item, so it's a little hard to find, but I'm sure if you looked hard enough or knew the right people, you could certainly get it. But thank you very much for you guys for tuning in, and I'm out of here, and we'll catch you guys next time.